after 6 months of non-stop usage, I think we should finally go and inspect the system. This is the NAS Part 4. Now, I have just spent a bit of time rewatching the old NAS videos. This has got to be one of the worst, honestly, just because of how bad the camera quality was, or at least the audio quality. But hopefully this is going to be a good one. Now, literally, we're just going to have to shut it down here so I can go get it, and we're going to go inspect what is going on inside the machine. Hopefully there's nothing growing in it. I'd hope so. But yeah, let's go check it out.
Surrounded and up against the wall, I'll shred them all.
And here she is. Oh, it's been a while since you guys have seen this. Obviously the first change you can see off the bat is this cool little label I made. Just, you know, so everyone knows it's the NAS. So yeah, not much has really changed with this. The only things that are notable, I'd say, is that it's now running 4 GB of RAM instead of the 8 it came with. Just because I used the 8 gigs of RAM for another project. So yeah, but it's been running fine with the 4 gigs, so not really anything to worry about. But yeah, so let's jump into it. First thing I did notice when picking this machine up is I could feel a few cobwebs at the back, but you know, that's expected for anything that's being used for a long period of time. But, so I can see quite a bit of dust, but you know, I'm expecting that. But it is literally just how we left it. I'll give you guys a closer view in a second. But yeah, I can just see some small bits of dust. Does it want to focus though? That's the real question. There you go, you can sort of see. It's got a fine coating of dust. But all in all, it's really not hot in here. I've literally just pulled this out and it's not hot at all. Not even the power supply, that's good. Obviously under the power supply we have our 3 TB drive, which I haven't seen in a while. Nice to finally see you again. That's the only hot component, I'd say. Yeah, not even the boot drive isn't even as hot as this. But yeah, as you can see, there is the 4 GB of RAM. It is low profile memory, which I guess in some ways is better. You know, it's just sort of flush there, you know. I've still been meaning to upgrade this fan. It is noisy, I would say that. One thing, I don't know whether I even mentioned this in part 3. The SSD boot drive was changed to the original 500 gig drive it came with. So that was one change. Just because I needed to use the SSD for another project. But I will hopefully be getting a new SSD to put in here. I'll probably do that after Christmas. And I still need to get the other 3 TB drive that I mentioned before, so I have a backup of all the data on this system. But yeah, I mean, there isn't really much going on in here. I am going to take this front cover off because there may be something of note here. And well, yep, that is quite dusty. Not as much as I was expecting though. Quite impressive. It's not going to take much to clean this then. One thing I probably need to do is there's a speaker in the front, and anytime like I'm accessing files and stuff on the NAS, I have to mute it, just because otherwise it will start playing downstairs out loud, so I don't really want that anymore. I'm going to pull this off if I can manage to do it. Remember how. Just need to get all these cables out first of all. Stupid cable management. Yeah, this must be fun to watch for you guys. So, can you move out the way? Right, there we go. So, this was, before it was put into use, I did wipe this clean. So as you can see, it's built up a bit in there as well. This fan is looking quite a bit dusty, I will say that. I am just gonna, can I pop this off? Is it, no? Oh, I think I'm gonna have to use two hands to do this. Alright, so. There we go. Alright, sorry, there was a clip on the bottom. But, yeah. That's looking all dusty. It really isn't as much as I was expecting for 6 months of use. Like 6 months and it's only got this much in it. That's quite incredible. Obviously the SATA card has been working perfectly. I've swapped a few drives out, in and out a few times. The only problem I would note is the fact that I have to restart the system every time I put a new drive in. Otherwise Windows can't read from it, so that's the only thing. But I normally just keep my archive drive sitting in there so I can easily get the data off of there. Because it's been 6 months and I still haven't transferred everything from my archive drive, just because I haven't really seen the point to unload it all onto here. Because I don't really access it that often, but you know, I'll have to get that done at some point. I can't keep delaying it. But yeah, I need to find an air duster if I have one, and then we can get this all clean. So, okay, so I found this in my garage. It is, like, there isn't much left in it, but I'm gonna give this a shot. First of all, just gonna see if we can get some of this front dust off. So I'm aware it's blowing into the system, but you know, it's fine. Oh no, this isn't working. Alright, I'm just going to end up wiping it then. So obviously it doesn't want to play ball. Just grab a tissue. There we go. Oh, this is a pain. Okay, right. I think that's pretty much it for cleaning. Didn't do the best job. I would have liked this to still have something left in it, but no, whoops, that wasn't a good idea. Oh well, right. Gonna have to clean up my floor now. There's a few little bits I still just want to get off from the front of here. Actually, you know what, while I'm doing this, I'm going to speak of a few plans. Well, actually, I'll have to show you guys. Right, you know, leaving this for now. So, I believe it was the second part of the series, I described how I was getting a network switch in my room or something like that. Something along the lines of that. I think it was like... where was it? Well, it was before I got the hard drive. So yeah, here. How I just got a new switch and, you know, I could have the NAS in my room. And then I realised it was too loud and, you know, stuff like that. So I moved it downstairs. Well, now my room has really changed since the last time. And I actually have a switch now, like a proper Ethernet switch. This is a Netgear, what is it? GS608V3, which runs pretty much my whole room for networking. And I have a properly installed Ethernet line into my room now, which just runs in from my cupboard. So hold on, you can see here. No, I've got to turn on the flash. Where's the flash? I don't know where the flash is. There we go. So you can see it runs in through here, tucks down under my carpet, runs all the way round. Then it's like, you can see here, it runs up, goes through a hole that I've made here, just neatly runs along. Ideally I'd like the cable to be white, but you know, it doesn't have to be perfect, it's all good. And then that goes all the way along up my desk and then to the switch. Obviously before I had it like over here or something like that. I'm gonna turn this off, but I had the NAS over here, so it was out in the open. But I mean, if it fits, I'm not sure. You know, I can take the front bezel just so I can. Yeah, I don't think it will. Oh, nah. Oh yeah, maybe that will. Wow. Okay. So there is a possibility I could move it back into my room, because someone did let me know that whole thing about having the NAS at the end of the Ethernet or internet network line and it not working with anything else. It's complete like garbage. I don't know how I made that up. But there is a possibility I can put it in here again. So if that works, if I can get a new fan for this, if I can get an SSD so I don't have to have 2 hard drives running in here so it doesn't make the room hot, then that will be all good and that will go ahead, and I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, you know what, why not? I'm gonna test it out. Alright, I'll get back to you guys. So it's weird, I was using this... Oh, okay, I've literally just started recording to tell you how I don't know where the right angled connector is, but I've just remembered it's under here, right, because I used it to cut one of my monitors, which would be... Where is it? I don't know where this power adapter is. Where have I put it? Has it fallen down at all? I can only see one of the power adapters, which is that one. There should be another one, unless I'm just being blind. Because I can see, I recognise the plug end. Aha, it's behind here. Right, there we go. This is what I mean. If it wants to focus. There you go. Right angled plug connector. I used it for one of my monitors. Right. Looking at it now, I don't know whether it's going to be long enough to plug into the extension lead I have behind there. So I may have to plug it into my TV setup. But that's not a problem. They're both surge protected. So yeah, I'm going to have to disconnect this monitor. There you go. Don't mind the Coke and Magnum wrapper. I haven't had time to get rid of them yet. That makes me sound like a messy person. Right. Oh, bloody hell. I'm trying to do this one-handed, it's not good. Right. Okay, so I'm going to plug this into the back of here. Oh, no, hold on. I think there's one problem. So I am going to have to plug this into the TV sub, just because I realised the power supply is on this side. It'd be better if it was on this side, because then I can properly cable manage it along, but we're just going to have to go with the TV. So I'll get back to you guys when this is all done. Okay, I didn't catch that, I don't think. Oh, whoops, dropped the cam. Oops, I'm watching Green Am Gaming. Yeah, just plugged it in. It did its power on self-test thing, so that's good. This is pushed back as far as it goes with the IEC lead plugged in, so just about touching the edge of this desk. Now, yes, ideally I would love this unit to follow the same colour scheme that I have on my desk, but oh my god, it's like slightly too long. That's annoying. It'd be perfect to store under here. But if I can just wiggle this along so it's flush with the desk. Right, that's all good. It's looking good. Well, I need to get the Ethernet cable, then we can turn this thing on. So yeah. Okay, so I've just pulled the same Ethernet cable I was using downstairs. And we're going to get this plugged in. I'm going to move this stupid cutting mat. I don't need it anyway. I just still have it here for some reason. Here's the HP laptop I used in my SimCity video. That was just sort of sitting around, so, you know, throwback to that. My first and probably last 4K YouTube video. Yeah, that was a lot of effort to edit. Even my laptop was struggling. But yes, so we're going to get this plugged in. Oh, bloody hell, whoops. It's still on. Okay, good. But yeah, so I'm just going to plug this in off camera, just because it's easier. Right, we got that. Got a nice satisfying click. Now's just the job of getting this. I can't. Plug it in. There we go, that was a good sound. Right, so now we can properly push this back as far as it's gonna go. Hold on, I can pull the unit forward, then push the NAS back just so it's nicely seated and looks good. So, here's the moment of what is going on with the what. Okay, whoops, I pressed the wrong button on my screen recorder. Anyway, not screen recorder, camera recorder. Anyway, need to stop talking, let's go. Right, 3, 2, 1. So obviously I have no screen it's hooked up to yet, but yeah, I believe it does just stay like this for a while. Then it quietens down. Yeah, this is the only problem. I'd like it to be quieter, but you can hear the hard drive in there. At some point I may, you know what, just literally pull the SSD that's out of, because I said I was using it for other projects. It's currently in there. I haven't used that as much as I'd like to. I've literally just used it for watching films on the NAS, which, I mean, you know, this could double as my sort of film watching thing now, but yeah, you get the point. I'm gonna go load up remote desktop and we'll talk about things. So now's remote desktop time. Let's see if it's used the same static IP, and it has. Yes, my brother properly set that up. Yeah, as much as this is my NAS and I configured this all, I didn't know how to set up a static IP, and he helped me with that, so that's all good. As you can see, we got our 4 gigs of DDR3, our Pentium G2020. This is the main disk, so that's the 3 terabyte. That's the 500 gig, obviously doing all the work right now. But yeah, that needs to change, the 500 gig. I could probably do that now, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna go, actually offload all the clips from my phone onto the NAS, so I can, you know, keep recording without having to worry about hitting the limit. So yeah, I'll get back with you guys in a bit, and we'll see if we can do the SSD. That'll be fun. Okay, so files are all loaded off now, as you can see, onto the NAS, and I've actually been considering this as an option. It's cheaper than a knock to a fan, of course, and it will reduce the speed that the fan runs at and also quieten it. So I think that's something I can take into consideration instead of having to spend like, what, 20 quid on one fan, because, you know, ridiculous prices for Noctua fans. I mean, I guess it's worth it in a way, but, you know, I don't have that sort of money. But yeah, it's working well here. Obviously it's still noisy. I don't like the noise. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the plan of pulling out this SSD. Luckily it is easy to get to, but you know, I'm gonna have to change this at some point. I'm gonna have to disconnect all the cables from this. So I'm gonna, oh god, I forgot how dusty it was here. Right. Just wipe it all down. Right, okay. So this should be easy to just take the, have I got a screwdriver here? That's the question. I haven't. I'll be right back. Okay, so here we go. Just literally need to undo this screw. It's under here. Should be enough here. And there we go. As simple as that. Right. This is good. Hopefully this will quieten it down quite a lot. And then I can just put this back. This is a project for another time. Or I can get a cheap SSD or something, just throw it in here, and that will work well. But yeah, right, I'm going to pull the NAS out one more time so we can get this SSD installed, and I'm going to have to figure out how I can install the new OS. Pardon me. If I have, I don't know, a spare USB drive, I'm going to have to find that. Right, okay. Okay, I've got the correct screwdriver bit, and we're just gonna take this out. Oh, I don't know whether I can get to this one. Oh my god, everything's going wrong, isn't it? Okay, right, so this should be just easy to pull out. Right, so at least now I've got a spare 500 gig drive, because I've had a lack of hard drives recently, that's for sure. God's sake, I'm really trying to keep this PG, but yeah, I'm bummed out about this thing I just ripped off. Right, I need to flip it upside down. I don't even know where my zip ties are. Here we are, we can ghetto something up. So as bad as it looks, that's what we're gonna have to do for now. Oh, great. Yeah, okay, I was gonna lift it up again. But yeah, this is what I've done. Literally just zip tie it so it's quite secure. It will do. As you can see, we've got our SSD in here, but yeah, it happens, I guess. Yeah, right. I'm gonna go get Windows 10 installation stuff, so. Okay, so it's been, as it says there, about 17-18 minutes, and we are literally seconds away from finishing, so. And of course has to finish up. There we go. Right, it's all done. That didn't work. Alright, close. So we're all ready. I've got the VGA for it, so we can all hook it up to my TV, and then I'll just do it through there. So yeah, I'll be back for you once it's installed. I think I won't do any more checkups, so yeah. Okay, so honestly, after the effort of removing the hard drive, I have just turned off my computer so I can properly hear it. It hasn't really made that much of a difference. So what my next plan to do is, okay, sorry, it must be installing display drivers, but yeah, my next plan is I'm just gonna like pull this front panel off, stop the fan from spinning, see if it's that. If not, then it's the hard drive, and that I can't really do anything about that. So if it is the fan, I'll either order one of those fan reducer things, or I'll just buy the new fan. So I'm gonna finish setting this up and I'll get back with you. I'm gonna have to set up remote desktop connection so I can connect to it. So yeah, I'll be back soon. Okay, so configuration has finished now. I'm just gonna show you guys. So I've got remote desktop connection working. Obviously I'm currently connected to it, but that's all working. And I've also got auto login, which I'm just gonna demonstrate here now. So auto login, so I don't have to turn on, like put in a password every time it gets turned on or off or whatever. So as you can see, it will automatically. There we go. That quick. So next thing to do is to set this up as a share again. So advanced sharing, share this folder. NAS, permissions, everyone has full control. Okay, and close. So now that's shared, I can go access that. Oh yeah, I just realised you guys probably couldn't see that. But yeah, no, that's now shared. You can see by the little icon in the corner of that. So yeah, this is pretty much it. So I didn't even have to set up another share. It automatically found it, as it had the same name and the same drive letter or whatever. And it's all working, it's perfect. I can access my folder. And that's great. So that is pretty much it. I've got everything I wanted to do done in this video, which is great. Obviously we still have that fan issue that needs to be sorted out. That will be done at some point. It will be good. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.